Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to this timeless tarot reading. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope these messages help you on your journey. I already pulled these two cards. The video didn't capture it, and I can't re-pull these, so I'm just going to show you. So the first two cards is the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords is all about your divine wisdom, the wisdom that you have gained across lifetimes of your incarnations. It's about you holding all this power and this knowledge, and you're wielding it of how it's going to shape the direction of where you're going in your life, what you want to accomplish, what you're calling in for yourself. And these hands to me feel like people who want to covet that from you. So just be mindful of the people who you let into your life and the people who have access to your wisdom, your knowledge, and your divinity, because some people want to covet that, want to steal that, or abuse that. So just be careful. Make sure that you're protected and you only let people in your life that are very reciprocal with the energy that you give. So you're in a very powerful position because you're tapped into your higher self. You're tapped into your wisdom. You might be tapped into your Akashic records right now, seeing them, gaining wisdom from past lifetimes and meditations, or however you might connect. And then the Six of Cups energy. And in this Six of Cups, you can see like a younger version, I think, of this person who's wearing like a party hat and holding a goat, and their inner child is offering them something. So the Six of Cups can be a lot of healing your inner child wounds. I feel like you have healed them. That's one of the reasons you have access to this wisdom, is you healed your inner child. But healing your inner child also means still tapping into your inner child energies, maybe even a little bit more freely. So this inner child is offering this cup of water to this person. So I view that as your inner child still has things to offer you that aren't from a place of wounding. They're offering you a chance to tap into your childlike joy, your childlike wonder, play, creativity, and they're wearing this like party hat. So to me, it's kind of a call to step into your play, do something playful, maybe color, maybe go outside and skip around, use chalk. I don't know, do anything, video games, anything, or cartoons, something that taps into your childlike wonder and your play and your creativity. You could build a blanket for it. Having that energy with you is really important because it can help balance out any heavy responsibilities you're feeling with carrying all this wisdom and this knowledge. Sometimes it can feel lonely when you're tapped into your divinity and you know where you come from and you know all these past lifetimes, and sometimes you might feel a little lonely in that journey. After discovering the depth of who you are that transcends just this incarnation, the childlike wonder will keep you grounded in the present, here, and this lifetime, in this place you are now. And it's super important to tap into our joy, because the more that we can tap into our joy, the more joy we can call back to ourselves. And they're holding this goat, and to me this goat is like something that they love that they don't want to let go of. It can be a friend, it can be someone you're really fond of, it can be a pet, it can be maybe a fandom series you really cling to, a book series, a show, a rock, something that taps you into your childlike wonder. I feel like they're holding on to that. And it's really important to hold on to those things that keep you in this play-like state. Because the more we're able to play and go with the flow and find joy in the little things, the more that that can be amplified back to us in a reflection, in a manifestation. And keeping joy keeps us grounded in the present, allows us to experience all that this time, this world is offering you at this moment. All right, in the spirit of like childlike wonder, I'm gonna pull some of these Belisara cards. These are cards I've had since childhood, and they're just unicorns that have different messages. Is there a unicorn? Okay, that's too many. Can we just get one or two unicorns, please? Thank you. Oh, I love it so much. Oh, this is so cool. So this is Prisma. I'll bring this closer to the camera. It's like a rainbow prism unicorn. So it has the power of rainbows. It has the power of reflecting these rainbows. And it says, you have the power to control the way you react. So the way I'm feeling is, it's taking the light, it's taking even the clouds. There's a bunch of clouds around it and darkness. And it's taking all of that and it's reflecting rainbows. It's reflecting positivity. It's reflecting joy. So I feel like this unicorn is saying that you do have the power to control the way you react to certain situations. You can react with joy, you can react with playfulness, with silliness, or something a bit more negative. And I think this is you tapping into reacting situations with a more playful energy. Sometimes, instead of getting down on ourselves for things, we can be more silly or playful or joke around with ourselves. Instead of getting mad that you mess something up or drop something, you could bring joy into that situation and look at it as an opportunity for new colorful things to come through. And just start looking through the world with a more colorful lens. And I think that's also part of the inner child, is allowing you to see things with this more colorful energy, is what I'm feeling. Because color really helps add to our lives. Seeing the positive, seeing the color, and finding the color even when things might be a little cloudy or a little dark. Going with the rainbow themes, I have this crystal deck, this crystal tarot deck. Is there any crystals or crystalline energy that wants to come through for this collective at this time? Any crystal assistance? Any messages for their highest good for this collective right now? Well, we got one already. Is one all, or do you have one more for them? I'm not sure there's any more that are going to come through. Just do this a little bit longer and see. Okay, I think that's all that wants to come through right now. And it's the Star card. Such a beautiful card. I'm inspired and positive about the future, is what the message on this card says. So, in this Star card, you can see all these stars that are around her. You can see how she has this water that she's pouring out on land and in the water, and how her hair is like water that's circulating playfully all the way back to her. When I see this card, I see that you're tapped into your divinity. kind of like the Ace of Swords, you're tapped into your divine wisdom. You're tapped into your divine spirit. You know you come from the stars. You know you have star energy. You might even be a star seed. I'm feeling like some of these stars are like your star family members watching over you and guiding you at night. You might be drawn to look at the stars. You might see stars that move weird. You might feel like just this pull and connection to looking at them, stargazing. Might help you feel connected to something out there, which is also a part of you. And the way that the water is flowing, it's like that negativity can't seed in you. Like when people say negative things, it just rolls off you and is almost recycled, cleansed, and given back to you in a purer way. So negativity can't really weigh you down, and you're more playful when people have negative things to say. You can maybe like laugh it off. It just rolls off you. And it to me, it's being cleansed and recycling back. So the energy that may be negative, you're laughing it off. It's getting sent to source. It's being cleansed, and then you're having positive energy return to you because you're reacting with a playful energy, like the Six of Cups, like the prisma that says you have the power to control the way you react. So when you have that power to control how you react to what others say, and you're reacting not out of anger or sadness or inner child wounding, and you're reacting with laughter or silliness because you are tapped into the divine wisdom, and you know you are a star. You know that you come from divinity, and nothing and nobody can take that away from you, no matter what they say or do. You are a divine child of the Creator. And you're here for a sacred purpose. And other people may not understand that, and that's okay. And they're pouring water back into themselves. So another energy I'm getting from this is they're only giving out the overflow of what they pour back into themselves. So they're pouring water back into their sacred pool, and only the excess is being given out. So you really should be never giving in excess. Never give more unless you're overflowing. Then people can have your excess energy. But we don't want to give people our energy and deplete our own sacred resources, our own sacred pool. So I think you're in a space where you're doing a good job of this, and you are actually recharging and only giving excess, but it can also be a reminder to do that, to make sure that you're filling your own cup first before you give anybody anything else. And let me zoom in just a little bit more so you can see the cards a little bit better. There we go. So the crystal on this card is tanzanite. Now, tanzanite is a personal favorite of mine. I love tanzanite. Please excuse my cats. Tanzanite is a blue stone. When it's polished, it looks like water. It looks almost like a water droplet. And I used to wear this stone on me every day for years. It's a very balancing, cleansing stone for me personally. So this stone can also give you an energetic barrier. So it's very cleansing like water, and it can also put up a very strong energetic barrier so things don't get to you. So think of it, when I think of tanzanite, I think of a very similar to the blue flame. Boys! I'm sorry. I don't know why they chose right now to fight. This card can really tap into the blue flame, Archangel Michael's blue flame. So that's a very protective, energetic barrier and flame. And it's also a little it can transmute a little bit. Not quite like the violet flame, but very similarly, you can ask and call upon Archangel Michael's blue flame to help transmute any negative energies that may be coming towards you, and to really change and alchemize that into an energy that you can use, a positive energy, a life force. So tanzanite might be something for you to work with, whether you get tanzanite or even just call upon the energy of tanzanite and ask in meditation if it has any wisdom or assistance to offer you. That could be really helpful. And you're definitely really tapped into this star, divine wisdom, playful energy right now, which is really, really good places to be at. And keeping with this kind of childlike wonder and themes, I have some really old Pokemon cards that I'm going to use that I've had since childhood. So are there any Pokemon messages for this collective at this time? That's way too many. Can I get one, please? Just one or two that this collective needs to hear. Okay, so I pulled this Grimer out. I'll see if there's one more. I feel this one. Grimer and Seal, which are very interesting cards. So, Grimer says that appears in filthy areas and thrives by sucking up polluted sludge that is pumped out of factories. So Grimer is a purple color, like a violet color, and he thrives on sucking up polluted energies. So to me, the energy that Grimer has is of like the violet flame energy. Now the violet flame is the most powerful transmuter force that I've worked with. So I would call upon the violet flame to help you if you're dealing with, anytime you might deal any like heaviness, real dense, heavy energies, pollution from other people, pollution of your mind. It could be like internal attacks, and anything that might be really weighing on you, old attachments, things like that. Anything that might resurface, call upon the violet flame, and it will be able to transmute that and use that energy for positivity. It'll be able to burn it up, and when it burns it, that energy is changing into a lighter, higher density energy and being recycled back in the universe. And there are some purples in here too. And then with Headbutt, it's a beautiful seal. And he says, the protruding horn on its head is very hard. The horn is for bashing through thick ice. So the message I'm getting with the seal is, when you're facing hard obstacles, you have this ability to kind of just go right through it. This horn is allowing him to bash through any obstacles. So you're at this point where you are tapped into your divinity and that you have this divine wisdom and the way that you're controlling your reactions with playfulness, and you're using the violet flame, you're using the blue flame. So at that point, there's very little barriers, whether they're energetic or physical, you're able to overcome them. You're able to just blast right through them, which can be with the help of your guides, with your angels, with the violet flame, with the blue flame, and also just your determination. And no, I don't want to say, what's the best way to put it? With your determination. Like, you have this hardened part about you, not in a negative sense, like you're cut off from accepting love or accepting help, but you don't put up with anybody's bullshit anymore. That's how you're able to do this. That's how you're able to recycle and only give so much, because you're not going to let people take your energy. That's not something you're going to be doing, like, at all. Because you know at this point that if you let people take your energy or pollute it or any of that, you know that you are divine. You know you can call upon your angels. You know you can call upon the blue flame or the violet flame and transmute that and start blasting through it. Maybe even work with Ganesh, who can obliterate obstacles. So I think that you're very powerful. Very powerful. And this is something that I feel like you've grown. It's not something you were born with. Like you grew this ability as you grew into your divinity and started meditating more, connecting with your ancestors, your guides, your angels, maybe dragons, whatever you resonate most with. The more you started connecting with that, the more things weren't bothering you and the more things could roll off your back and the more that it didn't affect you on a very long-term basis. It might hurt a little bit when somebody says that, but then you're like, oh, well, I know who I am and they don't know who I am, and you can laugh it off. Now I'm going to talk to these archangels. Are there any messages from the archangels of the purest, highest love and light for this collective at this time? Is there an angel that wants to work with them or has a message for them for what they're going through, this collective? Any help, any guidance, anything of the sort wants to come through? Any energies? Okay, I'm feeling this one. Wow, this is a powerful card. We're on a theme with colors too. I definitely believe in the power of color and color magic. It's definitely very real. So, Orion. What a powerful card. Orion, the manifestation vortex. Focus your energy with unwavering faith to manifest the outcome you require. Wow. He's just like got this sacred geometry going on in his crown chakra. He's very violet, very blue, which I think you must be working with these energies. You must be really tapped into working with the violet flame, blue flame, or even those colors. And you're also tapped into your third eye and your crown chakra, and you know that manifestation is a concentration of your unwavering faith to manifest this outcome. Because manifestation is belief, faith, and a little bit of action. So if you want that new job, you still have to apply for it. But you have all the faith that you will be selected for that position. You trust in the rest of the divine plan that's being orchestrated for you, that it will unfold in divine timing. I definitely see the things you've been manifesting are on the horizon. They're like really close. Whether that's abundance, whether that's love, joy, peace, material things, I think it's coming in for you soon, because the more that you are unwavering in your frequency of your higher self, your divinity, knowing that you are worthy of receiving those gifts and being in a state of receiving after you do a little bit of action towards whatever it is. Could be self-care too. It could be some abundance of maybe even just time for yourself. And the more that you're able to pour into yourself, and the more you're able to be in this state of, I know I'm worthy, I know I'm deserving, I trust in the universe, I trust in God, I trust in the Creator, I trust in the divine timing, I let everything go back to source to be worked out in divine timing. And in the meantime, I'm going to keep doing my thing. I'm going to keep pouring into me. I'm going to keep meditating, using the flames, tapping into my wisdom, vibrating in my frequency of I'm a worthy divine being. And that will keep attracting what you've been trying to call in for you. The more you're able to maintain that frequency that you deserve it, and you trust in the universe is going to be reflecting that back to you, because it will reflect what you're putting out. And if you're putting out love and abundance and self-care towards yourself, it's going to reflect that back to you. And maybe call upon Orion, the star system, but also Orion, the spirit attached to it. I'm not sure if Orion's an archangel, call upon them and see if they can assist you at this time for things you might be trying to manifest and bring forward for yourself. All right, these are my cowboy and cowgirl, or aliens and cowgirl deck, oracle deck. Is there anybody in here who has a message for this collective to assist them at this time? Is there something they need to hear? Okay, I'm feeling like all of these. Interesting. Sometimes there's a lot. Sometimes there's only one. It really just depends. So the first card is the bartender. And it says, I will give others support and listen with empathy. So I think this has to do with you putting out this energy. You're putting out this energy of like you're a very empathetic person. You give support. You don't overgive support, but you listen, you give empathy, you give support, and that is going to start being reflected back to you in your manifestation. If you don't have people in your life who are already doing that, but you keep putting it out, it's about to come back around and manifest. It's a beautiful energy to give support, listen with empathy, and be there for others, and be there for others in a way that doesn't take away from yourself. You're still filling your cup up first. You're still tapped into your divinity, and you're using your wisdom, your divine wisdom, to listen and support others in a way that is maybe mutually supportive. Like you're not giving them too much of your energy, but you're giving them your divine wisdom to those who really need it and maybe deserve it, who have been there for you, who do also fill up your cup. Then we have the prospector, which is almost like a manifestation card. And it says, I will find joy in the process. And she's literally panning for gold and holding a golden nugget. So this has to do with the Orion card, the manifestation. It says, focus your energy with unwavering faith to manifest the outcomes you desire. And this is a reminder to find joy in the process of doing that. When you get so caught up in, oh, like, where's the thing for me? Like, I've been waiting for this manifestation. It hasn't come yet, and getting bogged down. You still need to remember to find joy in the little things along the way, because manifestation is not instant. It takes time. It takes maintaining a higher vibration in the vibration of the things you're calling in. And sometimes, as being human, we can be a little impatient in that, but it's trying to remind you, instead of being a little impatient, maybe we find joy while we're doing the work of manifestation, while we're holding the faith, which is also like the Six of Cups energy that I was getting at the beginning of being playful, finding the joy in the little things, doing little things that make you joy, watching the cartoons, building the fort, doing things that spark that joy, so you have joy in the present and the now. Even if you haven't manifested what you're trying to yet, the more you find joy in the meantime, the faster it can come. Because if you're stuck in a place of, oh, it's not here yet, and all of that, it could put up roadblocks to your manifestations coming through. The more you're able to stay grounded in the present, day to day, and give yourself the love, give yourself the care, support others in a way that isn't depleting, and finding joy, maybe even doing fun things with your friends that bring out your inner child, the faster you're able to call that right back to you, the faster you're going to be calling back in that divine abundance and joy to you. So this is just a reminder while you're manifesting to not just keep your eye on the prize, but find the joy while you're manifesting and doing the manifestation techniques that you're using, and keep doing that so you can manifest even faster. So you don't cause roadblocks for yourself when you focus on the joy of giving to others, the joy of giving to yourself, the joy of doing a little fun thing for yourself. The more it's going to come, and it's going to come way faster than you think. Then we have the engineer. I will make time for myself to focus without distraction. I will make time for myself to focus without distraction. So, what I'm feeling with this is there might be a little focus required for something that you're trying to manifest. This could be focus on yourself. This could be focus on some self-care. This could be focus on a specific project you're trying to bring to fruition, whether it's a business, an art project, a job, or a house, or something like that. You might need to just take a little bit of time to put in a little bit of action. Apply for the job, maybe look at sit down and take the time to go through house listings. Take the time to give yourself a bubble bath. Take a time to maybe journal, do something self-care for yourself, maybe get your nails done, maybe plan a time with your friends so you can not just focus on maybe a negative thing that may be popping up, mayhaps, with the violet flame and everything. If something's popping up and you're using these tools, but you're still feeling a little out of focus or a little not your normal self, this can be a call to take time for yourself, because this is I will make time for myself to focus. So this doesn't have to be a project, although I see her with all these tools. She could be creating something, whether it's a physical thing she's creating, a business, maybe she's working on her higher self, maybe even adding more to her crystalline structure, because she's already living in this divinity. You're already living this divinity, but there are always upgrades to do. If that's one thing I've always learned, there's no stopping point on the healing journey. There's no stopping point on, oh well, I'm in my highest self, that's enough. There's always more you can be doing to be improving your vibration, or you're activating your DNA, or upgrading your chakras, cleansing them. Could be a call to take some time to focus on clearing your chakras, clearing something out, or just focusing on one of your passions. There could be a passion project that has kind of been, on the side that's calling to you, because that passion project, when you're able to focus and put time into that, you're going to be finding joy while you're waiting for other things to come in. You might be finding joy while you're working on this passion project. So that's what I'm feeling there. Because I'm feeling like maybe some starseed energy, I've been drawn to these starry alien cards. I have these Martian oracle decks. So are there any beings from different star systems? This one wants to come through. That wants to come through. Okay. Geez, so Louise. Are there any more star systems, star beings that have a message or want to come through for this collective at this time? Okay, this one wants to come through. So beautiful. So beautiful. So let's start with the Galactic Federation. It says meetings, collaboration, and community. So this might have to do over here with you giving others support, listening with empathy. You could be in the middle of creating this community, and this is just a reminder to take some time for yourself and focus on yourself and not get too absorbed in other people's emotions and needs, to keep recentering, to keep filling up your cup, to keep being in your divinity. There could be a collaboration coming up for you for a project or something you've been working on. I also get the sense that you could be a part of the Galactic Federation, because being a part of the Galactic Federation is not always a physical thing. Like, I'm physically meeting with the aliens or part of this. The Galactic Federation is a group of like minded individual souls that have this common goal of raising Earth's frequency into the ascension 5D and up. So you're probably here on a mission to help the ascension of Earth. And when we help the ascension of Earth, we're going to be helping the ascension of all the other planets, because all the planets are connected, even across the stars. Whether we see that physically or not, that's the energies are always connected. We're all always connected to everything. So this, I think, is talking about part of your divine purpose. And it can feel lonely when you're doing that. So it could be a call to finding community, finding like-minded souls and energies to work with, which can be here physically, or it can be in a meditation place. I connect with a lot of galactic family when I'm meditating and things like that. And I'm a part of this mission. So you're like, I'm getting that you're also a part of this mission. So welcome to the club. It's great to have you here. It's not easy to be part of the Ascension team. Essentially, the Galactic Federation I view as the Ascension team. It's just a big team, like, across multiple star families. It can be like Pleiadian, it can be Lyran, it can be, I don't know where the mantid beings come from, Andromedans, Blue Avians, Arcturians, more reptilians, because not all reptilians are bad. Every species there's bad and good, and sometimes the bad in that species is overly represented than the bad ones. There's more Venusians, people from the Orion's belt. There's some watery beings. So I think if you're feeling lonely and like you're lacking a sense of community and feeling different and on this ascension path, because this is very ascension path cards, divine wisdom star, Orion, engineer, like all this is very like you're tapped into your divinity. It might be beneficial to maybe call out to your star family, maybe try to connect with them in meditation if you're not already. Maybe find out a past life you were in that could have been connected to one of them. Connect with them on your current mission of anchoring in light, because the more you're embodying your joy, your playfulness, your divinity, and giving back to others, but also finding the joy and giving back to yourself, the more that you're raising the frequency of Earth. Being you, being your fabulous self, being tapped into your higher self, being tapped into your joy, your playfulness, your empathy, is what is helping Earth ascend. The light is always brighter than the dark. Even though there's a lot of darkness going on, the few beings, when I say few, it's like millions actually, that are anchoring in the light like you, is going to outshadow the darkness that's around. You're on a very powerful mission. And part of that powerful mission is connected to this Flower of Life card, because it says inspiration, awe, and dream. This isn't just like for you to do for yourself, like I'm dreaming, I'm in awe, I'm an inspiration. You're an inspiration to other people. You cause others to be in awe when they see or around your energy. You could be someone that others are dreaming about. You could be someone that someone dreams about in a more life sense of, oh, like they're who I dream I wish I was, or who I want to be, which is tapped into their higher self. It's not like I want to be a copy of you. It's I want to be tapped into my divine energy the way that you're tapped into your divine energy. I want to be able to take things lightly and have it be more silly and playful and roll off my back like they can. I want to be able to break through obstacles and call upon divine blue and violet flames to assist me and not really feel the obstacles or negativity. I want to be embodying my divine wisdom. I want to be embodying my playful, childlike energy and still be tapped into that pure love, light, and joy from childhood. I want to be able to hold on to things that I love since childhood and not feel, ashamed for that. Because you should never be ashamed if you still have a stuffed animal or a fandom or something you really love, like these cards. Like I still love Pokemon. I still love my unicorn cards, and that's okay. If anything, it anchors in more joy, and other people wish they could be that free to still love and show their inner child that love and that freedom to play and express themselves and find joy in whatever they want, regardless of age. So the flower of life could be a symbol that you currently work with or feel connected to or should tap into. The flower of life is basically a lot of pure creation and creation energy. It's like the building blocks of manifestation and what you want to bring to fruition, almost like manifestation. So I feel like being a part of this federation and anchoring the light, you are becoming this beacon of inspiration on dreams. But it is also a reminder to dream, to be in awe of yourself, to find inspiration in the little things, like finding joy in the process and things like that. Keep finding inspiration for what brings you joy, whatever that may be, whether it's art or science, or maybe you're even in corporate. Like sometimes people actually find joy in that environment and like the challenge and things like that. And you could be inspiring people in whatever field you're in, whether it's creative or spiritual or more traditional in like an office sense, or maybe it's research, or maybe it's even building things with your hands. Like whatever it may be, you're an inspiration. Keep being inspired. Chase any little thing. Not any little thing if it's not of the highest love and light. We're not chasing like negative things that have a negative impact, but chase the little things, like maybe having a nice cup of tea or a nice bath or this art project you really want to invest a little bit of time in and focus on. And also pay attention to your dreams. There's a lot of dream communication I feel like that's going on. There's a lot that happens for me. So maybe keep a dream journal. Your galactic family, your guides, or your ancestors might be trying to communicate with you through your dreams. So you might want to write them down and meditate on them and ask for a deeper interpretation later on. But overall, there's a lot of positivity going on over here, like a heck of a lot of it. You are really tapped into your playfulness, your joy, your creativity, your passion, and I feel like manifestation is right around the corner. The more that you keep in your joy, the more that you stay in a flow of awe and inspiration, you are reflecting that to others, and the universe will reflect that back to you. And you're not alone. Like, you are a part of this community, this Galactic Federation community, but also like could be a small community that you're into, whether it's a small gaming community, an art community, a yoga community, a dance community, whatever it is for you that makes you feel kind of connected. I think connection with others might be important as long as you're not overdraining yourself, because you are an empathetic person that is really good at listening. So are there any Lemuria messages for this collective at this time that wants to come through? These cards are a little bit sticky. I'm going to fan them out a little bit. ancient Lemuria energies. Do you have a message for this collective? Honestly, I'm feeling these two cards. Ooh. Holy moly. Good Lord. Who am I talking to? You are such a divine being. Holy smokes. All right. We got the Portal Keeper. It's a cat with beautiful portals around them. You may have a cat. You may be connected to feline energy. Cats are very powerful portal keepers in general. Cats have the ability to see across dimensions. They can see through portal doors. So when you see your cat staring off at something, or know that cats can stare, a lot of times they are staring into another dimension. They are like dimensional windows. If you're able to connect with your cat on a psychic level, they might be able to show you what they're seeing through the doorway of their own eyes. But you can be a portal keeper yourself. So, especially with all this divine, higher dimensional energy we have going on, you may very well be able to shift into other dimensions and go through dimensional portals in your dreams, in astral travels and meditations. You're jumping around. I know that I do, and it's quite an experience. So part of you being able to do that and shift into higher dimensions, because when you're shifting into your higher self and things like that and manifesting, and we're pulling all these cards like Galactic Federation, that means you're able to shift into higher dimensional frequencies and higher dimensions in general. And if you have that ability, the ability comes with the responsibility to protect it, to protect the higher dimensional realms, and not just protect it, but show people potentially how they can get there as well with tapping into their joy or manifestation or meditation, however they can start anchoring in their own light, and they can start shifting their own frequencies and jumping higher into higher dimensions. But I feel like you are a keeper of these portals, a keeper of maybe galactic portals. Maybe you really work with your galactic teams. Maybe you work with the Akashic records, your own records, other people's records, and you're able to go to them, which is a higher dimensional thing, and you can bring back knowledge from past lifetimes and gifts and things of that sort. You can jump into higher dimensional frequencies to gain messages from your guides, from angels, from ancestors, from past loved ones, whatever it may be. You are bringing that back. You're able to go back and forth and bring in those higher dimensional energies for yourself and potentially for others. And I see this crystal in this star here, and I'm viewing this as you have your third eye unblocked, and you may be using your third eye to go through these portals and see through your third eye. And your eyes are basically portals at this point, whether they're your physical eyes and you see things physically, or you see things through your third eye when you're meditating. The eye is like the window to these portals. So you're going to see it and then go through it, whether it's astral or maybe you're seeing things more physical. It is possible. So you're very powerful because you're a portal keeper. And you're part of the Federation. And you are in touch with the flower of life. You're using the flower of life to help you. And then we have an even more crazy intense card. The Infinite. The Infinite. You know you're part of the infinite. You know that you're a part of the prime creator of the universe. You know you carry that energy. You know that you're a creator. You know that you're infinite. You know that death is not the end, but a return to source energy, to who you truly are in spirit form, because you know that we're more than just these bodies. You know that we're divine beings of spirit that are existing in this body, having an experience to learn from, and then we go back to unity consciousness with source, with other beings of light. And on this card you can see the DNA. Like there's literally DNA in her crown chakra that's shooting up. This means that you are unlocking your higher dimensional DNA, your starseed DNA, your 5D consciousness DNA. You are upgrading your crystalline light body every time you meditate, every time that you're tapping into your higher dimensional self, your higher self. And the more you exist in that, and you're probably doing meditations that are upgrading your chakras to be able to hold more light, that are upgrading your DNA to be able to hold more light and love frequencies. Because as you upgrade your body spiritually, you're also upgrading your body on a physical level. Like your DNA is being upgraded, your cells are being upgraded. This doesn't mean you're impenetrable to like sickness. It just means you're going to be able to hold more light, hold more higher frequencies, hold the divinity that you're bringing back from higher dimensional portals, and being a bridge, being a gateway potentially between other beings in this world, whether they're ancestors, whether they're angels, whether they're galactics. You're able to kind of commune with them, with your higher dimensional bodies, and maybe astral travel to meeting places and temples and bring that energy back. And you see all these, there's an infinity symbol, there's all these rainbows, there's a beetle. The beetle is like a sacred scarab, which is a lot of like renewal energy, in my opinion, rebirth. You could be connected to an Egyptian past life. The rainbow energies, like rainbow light frequencies, is higher dimensional, like 5D rainbow light upgrades and light codes you are infusing into your body. And their heart chakra is just like blasting. You're upgrading every chakra. Your heart chakra is able to hold more love, more light, more unconditional frequencies of love, understanding, and light. And the heart is often a gateway and a portal to higher dimensional advances. So tapping into your heart chakra, using your heart chakra as a portal to go to higher dimensional places, or even places deep within your soul heart. Like sometimes you can access your Akashic records through your heart. Sometimes you can access, angelic temples, star temples, because everything of a higher dimensional is based in unconditional love and light. So the more your heart can carry unconditional love and light, which can be very overwhelming if you're not upgraded as just an earthling, because it's a lot, it's overwhelming. When you feel true source energy of unconditional love and light, like I have, it's just almost overwhelming. Your whole body's tingling, vibrating, you're crying. They're not sad tears. It's just like so much love, you feel like you're exploding. It can be a little overwhelming. So the more you're upgrading your light body and your physical body, the more you're going to be able to hold that and be a bridge for that energy to ground itself in earth and actually assist in the ascension. Because the more that you upgrade your light body, the more that you stay in your joy, do your meditations, the more that we're helping earth ascend together through each body, through each upgrade, through each chakra that's elevated, each aura that rises, each DNA template that is being activated, your higher template DNA, your crystalline DNA, your galactic DNA, everything you're upgrading, you're going to be able to hold and exude more light. And when that happens, you're anchoring it in to Mother Gaia, to Earth, and you're helping her move up and forward on this ascension path. You are so crucial. Like this is like the end of the message is going to be on this card, because I'm feeling like everything you have done and everything you are doing is not just helping you, but it is helping Earth. It is helping other Earthlings, other people on Earth who are being inspired by you. You're helping Earth ascend. You're helping other planets ascend when you help Earth ascend and anchor this light. You're helping other star beings in the galaxy who are also in the skies or, in their higher planes of frequency, who are also trying to help amplify your light that you're anchoring here. And you're not alone doing this. May feel like it, but you're definitely not. And I think you're a person who is tapped into your star family, your guides, your angels, your ancestors. You know how to call upon help. You know how to work with the violet flame. You know how to give without giving too much. You know how to stay connected to your inner child and your playful energy. And you are focusing on yourself. You are focusing on your meditations and your ascension and your upgrades. It's incredible. You are such a powerful, absolutely powerful star being. And you know about your divinity. You're existing in your divinity. And the more light you anchor, the more that will be reflected and manifested and reflected back to you. Because you got this. You are doing absolutely stunning, like wonderful. You are off the charts, quite honestly. You're such a divine being. You are so tapped in. You are so devoted to yourself, to the ascension process of yourself, which is the ascension of Earth. The more that you care for yourself physically, mentally, and spiritually, and focus on all parts of yourself, and you're not neglecting your inner child. I don't think you're neglecting any parts of yourself based on this reading. You are fully tapped in to being devoted to yourself, and not in a selfish way. Because when you're filling up your cup, you're able to give more to other people. When you're overflowing like that, and you're able to shine your light in ways that you might not even be fully aware of that other people are, and they're picking up on, even if it's an energetic signature. It's calling it home. And you still might be looking at the stars, and your star family might be sending you signals back, because you are definitely in a state of receiving. Her arms are like up to the sky. Her eyes are closed. It is full trust in the universe and in the process of manifestation, upgrades, and higher dimensional connection. You're so powerful. Like you traverse between portals. You carry that energy. You protect those portals. You are a conduit for higher energy coming here on Earth and with other people. And you're doing such a good job. You are a very divine star being who's really tapped into their power, their divine wisdom. You know your path, you know your plan, and you are still finding your joy no matter where on the path you are. You're always returning to your inner child to find a little joy if you ever feel a little stuck in the process of just the overwhelmingness of staying on this frequency, because it's not easy being on Earth in this duality consciousness and frequency, and this denser frequency that we're literally lifting up by our souls in our hands the more we meditate and the more that we give back to ourselves. You're doing it though. You are so divine. It is such an honor to be reading for this collective, because you are so tapped in to source and to your own divinity. I'm so proud of you. You're doing awesome. And I cannot wait to hear how you guys are doing. If you want to tell me what connected with you, because I'm curious about who you are and what resonated with you, and the divine souls that are receiving this message are quite powerful. And I thank you for being here. I thank you for listening. I thank you for your devotion to self, your devotion for your spiritual practice, your physical, your creativity, your passions, your joy. Your devotion to self is absolutely impactful. Even just like feeling the energy of these cards is so warm. Like the whole palm of my hand is like, I feel your light. I feel your warmth. I feel the love that you're exuding out in the world and to yourself, and the light that you're anchoring back is absolutely impressive. So keep choosing you, keep focusing on yourself, keep going on the path that you're going. You're doing an excellent job. And before you know it, your manifestations will arrive, whatever they may be. So thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm proud of you for hanging in there. And I'll see you next time. I am going to be uploading on Tuesdays. So hopefully I see you again soon.